Have you ever found yourself juggling 5 things at once, thinking you're being a productivity machine? Maybe you're answering emails, texting a friend, half listening to a podcast, all while working on an important report. Sounds efficient, right? Well, what if I told you that multitasking is actually making you less productive?
This is a Touchstone Publishers presentation, your trusted source of leadership knowledge.
Today, we're breaking down the hidden costs of multitasking, the mistakes, the mental drain, and the sneaky way it slows you down. Spoiler alert, if you want to get more done in less time, you'll want to focus on one thing at a time. Let's dive in. First, let's bust the myth that multitasking is a superpower. It turns out our brains aren't wired for it. Sure, we can chew gum and walk at the same time because those are automatic actions. But when it comes to tasks that require real thinking, like writing, decision making, or problem solving, our brains can't truly multitask. They task switch. Studies show that shifting between tasks can lower productivity by up to 40%. That's almost half of your efficiency. Gone. When we switch, our brain has to refocus, which takes time. It's like trying to write an email, then checking Instagram, then going back to the email. Your brain takes a second to reload. That's called task switching cost. And guess what? The more you do it, the worse it gets. Research from Stanford found that heavy multitaskers are actually worse at filtering out distractions and remembering information. So, if you think you're good at multitasking, you might just be good at being distracted. Ever feel exhausted at the end of the day, even though you didn't actually accomplish much? That's because multitasking drains your brain's energy reserves. Each time you switch tasks, your brain burns extra glucose and oxygen, the very fuel you need for thinking and decision making. It's like trying to drive a car but slamming the brakes and then accelerating every few seconds. You're wasting fuel instead of cruising efficiently. This constant switching also triggers stress. Studies show that multitasking raises cortisol levels, the hormone responsible for stress. That means you're not just getting less done, you're also making yourself more anxious and mentally drained. Oh, and get this, chronic multitasking has been linked to long-term memory impairment. So, if you keep jumping between Slack messages, emails, and spreadsheets, you might find yourself forgetting why you even opened your laptop in the first place. Now, let's talk about quality. When you multitask, you might think you're doing everything well, but in reality, you're making more mistakes. A study from the University of London found that multitasking lowers your IQ by 10 points, about the same as losing a full night's sleep. Your brain is overloaded, so errors sneak in. Ever sent a confusing email and had to clarify it later? Or submitted a report with typos and missing details? That's multitasking at work. One experiment at Michigan State University found that people who got interrupted for just 2.8 seconds were twice as likely to make mistakes. Imagine how much damage constant notifications and distractions do. So, how do we break free from the multitasking trap? Here are 4 game-changing strategies. 1. The one thing rule. Give 100% attention to one task before moving to the next. It sounds simple, but it's revolutionary. 2. Time blocking. Set a timer for focused work. Try the Pomodoro technique, 25 minutes of deep work, then a 5-minute break. 3. Distraction detox. Turn off all non-essential notifications when working. Slack, Instagram, emails. They can wait. 4. Mindful work. Start each task by taking one deep breath and mentally committing to it. This small trick tells your brain, this is important. Practicing these will make you feel less stressed, more productive, and even more creative. So, what's the takeaway? Multitasking isn't a skill, it's a trap. It makes you less productive, more stressed, and more likely to make mistakes. But here's the good news. Focusing is a superpower. If you train yourself to work deeply and limit distractions, you'll get more done in less time. and do it better. Now, I want to hear from you. Are you guilty of multitasking? Drop a comment below and let's talk about it. And if you found this helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more insights on productivity and personal growth. Thanks for watching. Remember, focus is key, distractions are sneaky, and your time is valuable. See you in the next video.
Thank you for connecting with us here at Touchstone Publishers. Please join our group Essential Leadership Skills and share your leadership knowledge with us all.